One day I was down in the basement here. I was looking in a room back here going through drawings, and I came upon this plaque, and it was like just buried. And I remember just picking it up and looking at it, and it's like, yeah, oh my God, this is for the dedication of Brooks Boulevard. Brooks Boulevard had actually been named some time ago and the street signs put up and all that, but this plaque apparently got stuck down in a room and just forgotten about. So I immediately took it up to the mayor's office and said, hey, we can't have this just sitting down here. I mean, after all that General Brooks meant, not only to the fort, but to the community.
Scott appeared at my door carrying this rather impressive, 20-plus pound bronze plaque. And it was delivered to the city, as we would figure out later, in 1996. The bad part about this is that it had been so long that what is actually Brooks Boulevard had become a dead-end street, and it had fallen into disrepair. So I brought together a group of people in my department and said, okay, can we do this? Can we make the street look nice and get the monument and the plaque done?
We've gotten Brooks Boulevard repaved. We're building a pedestal type monument. We took bricks from the original water plant building here on 59th Street that is currently undergoing renovation. We salvaged a bunch of those bricks, and we're actually building the monument out of those bricks, which we thought was fitting given General Brooks being the last commander here at the fort.
General Brooks was incredibly important to bridging the fort closing and then creating the reuse authority.
When they announced base closure, all the little places that were going to be closed, of course it was sort of devastating because it was our history and history of a lot of people who still live here. It's our heart. And people who came here, it was their heart also. There was a big effort to save it. When it was determined that indeed the base was going to close, then that's when my husband started sort of behind the scenes.
General Brooks was farsighted enough to be able to see, if the base closes, what can we do to make sure that this base remains a viable part of the city of Lawrence?
He wanted to leave Fort Benjamin Harrison in good hands so that it would not become just a boarded up base.
General Brooks went about doing all kinds of things to help expedite a city center here in Lawrence so that Fort Harrison would live on through the buildings that remained.
People began to call him, and they said, how are you doing this? His answer was, you have to have the city's support. And he did.
General Brooks lobbied at the national level to put a commissary in, expressing his concern that there were so many retired military veterans that lived in and around Lawrence that a commissary was certainly appropriate.
I cannot begin to count the number of great Americans who have retained fond memories of this place since the first soldiers marched through its gates. This is about them. It is also about the enduring commitment to our nation and Fort Benjamin Harrison's part in securing its future. My husband's words.